Sean. Came in 86, I was 4, we was torn. It was me and amma, appa, and my 4 older brothers. I was youngest and protected. Yeah. In Montreal we landed, but Toronto made a home. Right. Early sunny memories etched on Caledonia Road. A couple factory gigs split between the folks, kept us all afloat, hearts still full of hope. By 89, suburban dreams was being bought, so we packed it out to Brampton, expanded out the plot, yeah.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and no views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now, once again, I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers and no views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now today I'm going to do my best to upload about say 3 reactions, and I will let you know on these particular artists as I'm going along. So my first reaction of today is going to be Shan Vincent de Paul, and I have had the pleasure of reacting to him before. An amazing amount of information has come out from that, so I'd like to say thank you very much. For instance, I did not know that he is now a recording artist and director from Toronto, but he originated from Jaffna in Sri Lanka and fled the country due to the civil war. And so, and I think it was a very, very young age that he fled the country. And but he to come back and know where his grassroots and always have the yearn to come back is something that is very, very commendable, because as you know, when there is any kind of civil war and you flee your country, you start a new life somewhere else. But I feel that he's yearning to come back as not forgetting his roots, because it's a sad thing, it really is. And I'm beginning to understand a little bit, just a little bit, from the information that you amazing guys have sent me regarding the history of Sri Lanka. So thank you very much. And it was from reacting to Yohani and finding out who Yohani's dad is that led me on that path to understanding a little bit more about Sri Lanka. So I'd like to say a big massive thank you to everybody who supported my channel. And there's going to be loads. I sent a message already on my community page of can you please send me a list of more artists from Sri Lanka, and regardless, it doesn't matter what kind of style of music, being if it's hip-hop, R&B, classical, pop, it doesn't matter. I just want to see, or heavy metal, I just want to see what the I don't know, what all the categories out. Also, I also wanted to know about the native kind of music, the folk music. What in other countries called folk music, and I very much doubt it's the same thing in Sri Lanka. I think it's something else. So let me know about that, because right back now I'm getting this kind of a modern day music, but with the elements of the native instruments. Now I want to hear something that's like, wow. You know, wow, so native. It's like there's nothing modern about it. It's just, you know, that kind of thing. But that's the thing that's missing from my channel. And I always like to represent the country's native music and of old, and see the progression and the transition of where it was to where it is now. So that's something that's missing from my channel. So please, if you can send me any kind of comments regarding who I should check out, I'd be really appreciative of that one. Anyway, look, let's go straight into my first reaction, I believe, yeah. So this is made in Jaffna, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name right as well. So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? He's just different. You know, like I said, he's just kicking the doors open with his unique style.
Yeah, woke up a giant trying to find a piece of mind. Mind you, I kept to myself on my island, quiet. See no evil, hear no evil even. Left my Left my love to go and serve my light and ever since I used to moving on my own alone. Cutthroat, gave a fuck about your valid. Ever since I used to moving on my own alone. Cutthroat, gave a fuck about your validation. Came in 86, I was 4, we was torn. It was me and amma, appa, and my 4 older brothers. I was youngest and protected. Yeah. In Montreal we landed, but Toronto made a home. Right, early sunny memory.
Right, so exactly what I read to you that I read out from Wikipedia. So he's telling you his story from when he was young, leaving Jaffna, going over to Toronto. So he's telling his story. Okay, so this is his okay, I was just about to say his memoirs. What am I talking about? Like he's reading a book, like he's something. So okay, I'm in the zone now. What a brilliant introduction from reading that, not knowing. I should have known because it said main in Jaffna. But before I read that on Wikipedia, I didn't know. So it's all fitting together right now. I'm liking this. Brilliant. I'm going to go back just a little bit to about say, let's go about say here.
Montreal we landed, but Toronto made a home. Right, early sunny memories etched on Caledonia Road. A couple factory gigs split between the folks, kept us all afloat, hearts still full of hope. By 89, suburban dreams was being bought, so we packed it out to Brampton, expanded out the plot, yeah.
Okay.
That's where I met this kid named Dex up on the block. We best friends to this day, shit, that's the work of God.
Wicked.
Cause who'd have known a couple decades down the road, we'd be overseas and rocking shows and getting blown. But first I had to navigate this adolescence. 'Twas a lesson in self-hatred. I was placed amongst the racist, plus the hatred was contagious. Oh, so whitewashed and complacent with them white teachers, white schools, white Jesus, white rules, white Catholic school.
Let me stop this right there. So it's almost like you was meant to leave to go to Toronto. You was meant to go to Toronto. You was meant to experience and witness how the other side lives as well. Because God gave you a talent, a God-given talent, right? With your vocabularies, with your words, the way how you construct lyrics together. You're a lyricist. And every lyricist, just like a painter, you need something to paint. You need, something to paint. You need that something. So everything that you have been experienced, you've got literally all in your head, and you can literally, you're a lyricist. You know how to convey this all into words and explain your story in a very unique way, where it's also transcending across different kind of countries, but where we can all understand and feel. Not say feel your pain, because you can't understand and feel the pain, but you can certainly. He's put the pain into a picture for everybody to view, to have some kind of inkling of how he felt, or how his family felt, or the situation that they was in. You can't say, look, you can sympathize, but you don't know the percentage of how much, because you don't know how much he's endured. You only can fathom how much, and then times it by 25 billion. And that's not only him, as well as him as an individual, but everybody else as well who've experienced that same thing. But the way how he's constructing it and putting these the lyrical content together, that's his talent. That's his God-given talent, mate. Seriously, it's amazing to see the way how he's constructing it together. I love it. I really do. I'm gonna go back just a little bit to about say here.
Jesus, like rules, like the Catholic school, like the Catholic fool, got the word of God, hold my tongue. Never questioned who wrote the books to use when we thought this all how the West was won. It was all dispensed by puppets, I was on defense like fuck it. Luckily for me, I found myself an outcast CD, and through Andre Benjamin, I tended my imagination. Luckily for me, I found myself an outcast CD, and through Andre Benjamin, I tended my imagination. Okay, now I got my confidence up, I was lifted. I did my history, found hieroglyphics, souls of mischief. Through organized confusion, found my voice through all the raucous. I saw my pain in DMX and exit out my conscience. A couple rap groups later, I was made a bit of paper, but had to learn through. I had to learn through failure. That I was bound to be a solo dolo star from the start. Hit reset, shit was hard. Hit the bottle, hit my scars, hit the bottom, ripped apart. Had a daughter, had no job. Debut album was a flop. Plus the devil's in my ear talking raw like, boy, you 35 and haven't pop. Need to stop, use a joke, kill yourself, leave no note, won't be missed. Use a motherfucking bitch. Still I had to shake it off for the sake of me X. So I hop back in the stew and put my foot up on their necks. Wrote the greatest shit I've ever penned, descended out my purpose. This the tale of King VDP made in Jaffna. Then write it on my casket to remind them who the god was. Reporting from the ashes, now behold the Phoenix Saga.
So that was Shan Vincent de Paul with Jaffna. Do you know what? Absolutely blew my mind. It really did. For me, before I even put on or press play, I checked it out, as you saw. I checked it out on Wikipedia. I didn't know what Jaffna was until I looked upon Wikipedia and found out that's where he was originated from, his home country. That's where he was born, his family's born. And then he's moved over to Toronto because of the Civil War. You heard said that at the beginning and everything else. So I didn't know what to expect, but bang, there you go. I had a kind of like a feeling, an inkling. I wouldn't say I didn't know 100% what to expect, but I mean, I didn't know what to expect from the artist. I kind of thought of sort of like, I had an inkling of what the subject matter may be about because it's there in his work. It's you know, it's there in his title, Made in Jaffna. But you don't know the lyrical content. It's almost like it's your birthday present. I mean, it's your birthday. You got a birthday present. It's wrapped up. You know you're going to be happy and surprised because your birthday, but you don't know what's inside the box. And so it's that same kind of thing. So until you open up the box and be pleasantly surprised. So what I got from here was a multiple amount of presents in one lovely box, and it was strong, it was heartfelt, it was so realistic. It was obviously it was realistic because it is is from his life story, but it was the third part of it what got me about you know, when you're trying to do something, when you have a purpose, as soon as you have a purpose, as soon as you get that bulb above your head and say, bang, I get it, that's when the devil's on your back because he doesn't want you to have it. And that explanation right there, I said to you beginning that, you know, he had to go through those trials and tribulations because God's gave him a amazing talent and lyrics of putting these words together and constructing these words together. And as soon as he found out, as soon as he went through these trials and tribulations, as soon as he went, when the light bulb at the end triggered, you know, hit him, bang, the devil was on his back. It's almost like that 40 days, 40 nights. That's when, what was it? I can't. Who went through that? I don't know. I can't remember the Bible. I don't know if I doubt it was Jesus. Was it Jesus? I think I couldn't. It could be Jesus or Moses. One of them two went through the desert 40 days and 40 nights and been tempted by God, tempted by Lucifer, and of different kind of things. So it's the way how he's done that. You know, God's on back telling different kind of things, and he had to fight with that, and he came out glorious, winning because you saw the wings. I love that storyline right there because everybody who has a purpose or gets that kind of, that light bulb flashes above their heads of, right, I know what I've got to do, well, absolutely understands that part, really and truly understands that part. I believe it's something that, I suppose, it's that yin and yang. You can't have good without there being the evil. You've got to fight and constantly fight to persevere and get to your point. You said that there that he had was it 2 children that he had, you know, and it was, and after a number of failed attempts to his from his industry, his first album failed, but he carried on persevering because he knows there was that purpose right there. Bang, it hit him, and he's going. And you know what? He's got my support 1000% because he is an amazing artist and he's got a hell of a lot of things to say about, and the way how he constructs it and his flow on the, as well as his penmanship, his flow on the penmanship, the bounces that he uses is absolutely brilliant. And it's you know what, I have to say, it is well above up there. It is up there with all the other guys that are making it right about now, all your Eminems or Kendrick Lamar and all those artists that are up there. He should be up there as well. Lyrical content, yes he is, but as in the value and the money worth, he needs to be up there in that kind of same magnitude as well. It really does. And for that reason, I salute you. I'll be watching you, man. I'll be watching you.
You 35 and having pop, need to stop. Use a joke, kill yourself, leave no note, won't be missed. Use a motherfucking bitch.
Still I had to shake it off for the sake of me ex. So I hop back in the stew and put my foot up on their necks. Wrote the greatest shit I've ever penned, descended out my purpose. This the tale of King VDP made in Jaffna. They'll write it on my casket to remind them who the god was. Reporting from the ashes, now behold the Phoenix saga.